Writing the Hawaii Memoir is a book published by Watermark Publishing, and I've been teaching writing for probably, I'm coming up on almost 20 years. And one of my most popular workshops is on writing the memoir, telling life stories. And then when I moved to Hawaii in 2000, I noticed that the way that I was teaching the workshop was changing a little bit, because the way people were coming to me with their stories and, oh, I can't write about that, and oh, no one would be interested in my story, and so on. I started to kind of tailor it a little bit more towards what I thought was more of the Hawaii market, the writers that were living here on our islands. And so I had an idea a couple years ago, and I had spoken to Watermark about it, about what about a how-to writing book that would just get people started in terms of getting their stories down on paper, because that's really the hardest thing. Everyone's got stories, especially in Hawaii, and everyone is a great storyteller, but it's usually an oral storytelling. Oh, you know what happened here, and people remember stories, but we were talking about getting some of these stories down on paper, and that's when people get intimidated. And so the whole idea was just to get people started in a way that wasn't intimidating, where they could have fun and find maybe even more stories than the ones that they've been thinking about or carrying around, you know, the stories behind the stories. And so that's really what the book is about. It's got lots of exercises and tips and just ways to get started, and it actually takes you all the way through, from the writing, through the revisions, you know, choosing what you want to write about, even to looking at different publication options. So the idea is just to kind of give everybody what they need in one place. And one of the things that I really love about the book is that I was able to get in touch with about 22 different experts and writers and people in our community who have been down this path before in terms of telling stories. And all of them share a piece of wisdom or some advice about the writing life or the writing path to keep people encouraged. So throughout the book, there's all these great quotes from people that we all know about that are in Hawaii, that are designed to just let everybody know that we're sort of all in this together, but to just kind of keep going. And the other thing that I really love about the book is Danny Akaku Jr., who lives on our island in Hawaii, on the Big Island, did a pule for the book. And it's sort of like a blessing for people to be open to the process of telling their story and seeing where it leads, and to sort of have fun with it. And so it's just really, my hope is that it's something that somebody will pick up if they're thinking about telling the story of their family, their own story, and just trying their hand at getting some words down on paper.